All right, testing 1, 2, 3. Okay. Let's see if I can get my charts up. Okay, looking good. And let me start this. Good morning, guys. You guys hear me okay? Let me start this. Where's my thing? Okay, and let's share screen. Share screen number 2. Share. Everybody's good? You guys can hear me okay? All right, good morning, Connie. Miguel, screen is good? Okay, awesome. Awesome. Great. Good morning, guys. Good morning. Wow, nice, a lot of volatility this morning. Nice to see that. Let me just bear with me a second. Just gotta put this on my other, okay. All right. Okay, very good. Okay, so first and foremost, update on all the tools, not quite ready. Dougie's finishing up the MT5 tool and MT4 tools. They'll be ready by tomorrow a.m. Same with Daniel. We needed to just refine a couple of key points in the algos. So instead of me like uploading, reloading, I really wanted a final product. So by tomorrow, should have the final product for you guys, and you can you're gonna be able to use both the applet and the other tool. Hang on just one second. I'm sorry, guys. I opened the window to like air my office for a second, and then didn't realize, and then I left it open, and it's like 20 degrees outside. So like I'm like, how come it's so cold? Okay, so yeah, we're starting to break the fresh lows, and I think I want to start today with this very important point that we essentially have to know the limitations of our strategy, especially on an algo basis. And what I mean by that is that this is an incredibly powerful move, huge move, 200 points, massive, big, trend moves, right? And it looks so delicious and tempting as an afterthought. But the single most important thing that you need to kind of understand about is that there is no way, absolutely no way, that we can capture this move with the strategy that we're trading. Because what we're looking for, because this kind of a move happens, 1 out of 10 times, 1 out of 20 times, and it's this grand, big, seductive move that everybody always loves to say, oh, I sold here, I bought here, I made all my money, I'm a millionaire. And then everybody tries to repeat that and fails 20, 30 times in a row. The flip side of our highly efficient and accurate strategy is that we will never, ever be able to collect the 200 points on the move simply because it doesn't fit our rules. Our rules operate only with a degree of confidence. That's a critical thing, with a degree of confidence, only on the first reference points in trend. So we have strategy that has high degree of accuracy in predicting directionality, but no way and no ability to predict amplitude. So yes, we accurately predicted the downward directionality of this move, but we had no idea that there was another 200-point move to the downside on this move, right? And the single most important thing I think you need to make peace with when you're trading is to understand not only how your strategy succeeds, but the absolute real life limitations of what it cannot do. And don't force it to do what it's not designed to do, because that's just essentially a path to failure, right? So we will never catch this move. And we can just wistfully watch everybody who's a long-term trader make a ton of money on this one big move. And we don't have any entries. We literally haven't had an entry in 2.5 hours on our strategy, just to straight up sell the lows, strategy off the moving average rate, because we literally haven't had. There was one counter trend move that failed at the open, right? The arrow never got taken out to the upside. So just accept that fact. I think it's so critical to psychologically and intellectually understand what it is that you do, and most importantly, what it is that you don't do. Okay? Is that clear to everybody? Does everybody understand what I'm trying to say to you on a day like today, where money just seems to be flying out the door, and we're sitting here on our thumbs going, oh, wow, I could have done that. I could have done this. So no, not if you want to be consistently profitable. You couldn't have done that. You couldn't have done this. At least, as far as I'm talking about, as far as NASDAQ, maybe we had an opportunity in Dow. I don't even know where the DAX is. I haven't even looked at it. No, we really didn't have any. We had I guess a minor opportunity in the DAX here. This I don't think even. No, this didn't break the highs anyways. So, be that as it may, it is what it is. I just wanted to kind of lay that out to you. Now, going back to our bread and butter NAS as a structure, there are two things I have for you that I think are super, super interesting. And this is kind of like when I'm trading the algos, this is sort of the rhythm that I settled on in my algos. Okay, so effectively, at the start of trend, there's basically two possibilities always, as in almost every trade structure, which is that the trend is going to continue or the trend is going to reverse, right? So what I've decided to do as a kind of a hedged strategy for my algos is to trade. Let me, let's do this on. It's easier to see this on TradingView, and I can just take this off so we have more room. And let me explain to you kind of like what my two strategies that I'm contemporaneously running are. So, and this especially is applicable for slow, quiet hours. So here, let's just start over here at around 5:32 New York time. So we have a obviously downward trend, right? Short again against the long, and we have our first reference point, right? Now the trend strategy which sells the lows would have an order to sell if it closes below the lows. Doesn't happen. There is no trend strategy. So actually, the first signal doesn't trigger. There is no trade. At the same time, the second account trades the reversal strategy on a buy-sell basis. So the reversal strategy would say, oh, you have a first trend signal. It's a bullshit signal. I'm going to trade it reverse. I'm going to trade it with a red-green combo. So I have a signal, I have a red-green combo, boom, I have my reverse. Now, that's the broad general idea. The idea is that always at the first point of engagement, it's kind of like, the first card of the table. It's either a true card or a bullshit card. You are going to have one account that trades trend, the other one that trades reversal. But there are significant differences. First of all, obviously, we have the entry structure difference, which makes all the difference in the world. But secondly, we also have amplitude structure difference, because if we have trend, if we have continuation, then we really want to go for our 10 points, 10 points target, 20 point stop. We want to go for that amplitude of a move, because if you have continuation, we're making a bet that it's going to extend. It's not just going to be a tight little move. Whereas reversals can be either super V-shaped like this, or most of the time they can be just very, very tight, like a very tiny, small reversal. And so for and the thing with reversals, by the way, is the other thing is with trends, right? Sometimes they back and fill, which is why we need that 20-point stop before they actually resume the original direction. So we need that whole 20-point stop, 10-point target to give ourselves breathing room. With reversals, it's either reverses or it fails. It's much more of a binary trade. So on the reversal side, I'm actually trading 5-10, meaning, I'm coming along here with a 10 stop 5 target, boom, boom, sharp, sharp this. So in this particular trend segment, just one trade gets resolved, right? Same thing over here. In this particular trend segment, just one trade gets resolved. I'm actually short. I get short over here, 5-10, boom, I'm done. In this particular trend segment, just one trade gets resolved because also, again, I don't have the beautiful thing about, holding the highs is that we're avoiding a significant amount of false breakouts, right? Great. So, boom, boom, I'm out. Here, I win on one, lose on. I think I lose on the other. Maybe I get lucky. That's the reason why I don't think it goes enough. I think it goes 20. Let me see. This goes 28. I'm looking for 5. Yeah, it just misses. So this is, I remember this just misses. So fair enough. So I have 5, 5, 5, plus 10 on the trend account, and then minus 10 on the reversal account because this reversal account gets stuffed, right? And that's how you kind of go. And so the point being is that by doing this, first of all, you put yourself in front of more opportunity, because in a choppy market, in an ideal situation in a choppy market, you will hopefully avoid the false breakouts and catch the turns. In a trend market, you'll catch the turns and perhaps catch the trends, and perhaps if you have enough amplitude, maybe catch the reversals. But if you don't, one or two, you're still winning. And then you just sit tight until you get a fresh trend structure. In this case, you don't even have a trade because there is no opportunity to get green before trend changes. So you're done. And so there's no trade. And now you're just sitting tight. But doing this kind of a two-sided, highly active structure, you have basically 4 scenarios. The best scenario is where you position yourself properly for trend and make money on the trend side, and also because of the low buying, you're going to be always buying much lower than your trend entry, and better positioning, you might be able to actually catch the reversal as well. So if you catch a trend, catch the reversal, great. That's scenario number 1. Scenario number 2, you just catch the reversal, right? By very definition, you can't catch the reversal and not catch the trend. I think you can't catch the trend and not catch the reversal, right? Because I think it's, yeah, you basically, I think you can't do where it's going to go. You're eventually going to have to catch the reversal, because the trend will eventually stop and you're going to have to try to catch the reversal. So, okay. So positive trend, positive reversal, best scenario. Positive trend, negative reversal, second best scenario. Positive reversal, great scenario. It's the third best scenario. And then the worst scenario, if you have super amount of volatility, where the reversal doesn't work because it stops you out before the reversal happens, and then the trend trips you into a trend and then completely takes you, reverses to the other side. You occasionally have that, double whammy. But that is a rare situation. So essentially, you're putting yourself into a position where 3 out of 4 situations should be net positive to you. And the idea is that 3 out of those 4 situations happen like 90% of the time, So it's not just that the scenarios, that the preponderance of scenarios is positive. It's just that the execution of those scenarios should be very, very high accuracy. Krasi, I don't understand your question. What is the question about whether we have reverse algo? What does that mean? All right, I'll let him. I'll let you type it out. And so that's sort of like the the overall arching structure of how I'm doing it. You guys are, of course, free to do anything you like on an algo base. Reverse algo, not a reverse failure. Correct. Correct. So basically the algo takes this reverse signal in a counter trend fashion. Let's just call it counter trend. So there's no so in other words, it's going to be buying, right? Let's imagine this is just the beginning of a trend, and this is a buy reversal signal. So in a buy sell mode, it's waiting for a red green, gets long over here, boom, makes money. Okay, so yeah, and I'll go over this tomorrow with you guys when when I post the algos when they're ready. So that's one thing that I kind of wanted to share with you. Hopefully that's relatively clear. Wow, it's amazing. Nas 1.5% down, huge, nice big move. Okay, so is that clear now? Was that explained? Are you clear, Krasi? Okay. So then, in addition to this, there is a really cute little structure. Let me bring. Hang on, just one sec. Let me just get my. Okay, let me see if I can bring this over to you guys. Okay, this is my MT5. I want to show you the very, very cute scalping structure, which is totally doable. Like very, very doable. Especially for everybody who's on the futures side. Tomorrow I should have the tool from Dougie. It's executing beautifully, just beautifully. But for CFDs, doesn't matter. By the way, the tool is going to be you won't have to change anything for CFDs. It's going to know that you're on a CFD and not do anything different. The take profits are going to be fine. But anyways, what I was going to say is, let me get big here. Let me see if you guys can. I want to just get a little bit big because this is a very, very interesting scalp structure off the buy-sell dynamic. So what we're looking for is, again, we're starting trend, right? What I noticed, this is a very common pattern, so it's really, really tradable. So if we're starting trend, right? And you can sometimes front run this idea. So here we have a turn of trend. The candle is literally like right above the 26 EMA. It's just about ready to turn. So when you're at that point of ready to turn, what you want to do is position yourself right into the buy-sell couplet. This is the sell, excuse me, in this case, it's obviously a sell-buy because you're to the long side. Sell-buy couplet with a tool, which gives you the sell-buy combo. Boom, boom. I'm trading this with the exact same structure as 510, which is very, very small. And on the opening of the market, I could have traded this with more. I also, I got greedy and I got very lucky. I pushed it to a second buy sell couplet over here. Got super lucky because I was only trading for 5, but still managed to do it, right? Then we get back to the sell mode, right? We're starting the sell mode. Everything starts falling around. The sell mode now introduces the buy sell structure. So now I'm positioning into a buy sell mode, which means that I'm going to be selling. If I get a red candle, I sell over here, boom, boom. Nice, easy scalp. So you can do this on trend change away from reference points. Like right now, there's just nothing to be done. It's just so massively one-way market that we just all we can do right now is just fool around and spec if we wanted to. But this trend change scalp as an additional complement to your algos is a really interesting, cute proposition. There was a couple of more that I traded over here. Let me get big here. Let me see if I can find them. Oh no, I got to move this around. Hold on. Where is this thing? Okay, this. So that was this, that was this, that was this. Where's more? Okay, here's another one. Let me get big here. You guys can see this. Just sort of, I want you, damn it, I wanted you to, is this it? Yeah. That's it, that's it. Okay, so here we are, negative trend. You guys with me? Negative trend. Now, if you want to get super cute, you could be like, oh, I'm gonna front run this curve, but I wouldn't front run the curve. I would just wait for the trend to confirm itself. So trend starts going negative. Now I want to do buy, sell. So I have buy, sell, boom, right there, super smooth. Now, again, I'm trading for 5, so it's a super small scalp. You can trade for more, but it's nice. It totally works. And then, by the way, I think then my algo kicked in, and my algo made the full 10 to the downside. But anyways, this little technique is just really, really great for intraday scalp trading. And this is a critical thing. Oh, here's the other one. Here's the upside. Uptrend, sell buy. You with me? Sell buy. I'm long here. Boom, boom. Super sweet. 5 points. But you can only go 5 points, and you got to go 5/10. Like, don't screw around. Don't get greedy both to the upside or get stupid and expand your stops. It's either going to work or not. It's a very it's either going to reverse into the trend direction or not. And if it doesn't, fine. If it does, you caught that 5 points. And on a trend change, especially during European hours, you can sometimes catch nice moves. This is a little bit kind of an uglier move, because here's trend, right? Then trend starts to kind of really, really crater for 4 or 5 candles. But this candle gives you the buy signal. This was actually a manual entry, but it was a little bit late. And that would have been, boom, another quick 5 points. So when you're in Europe and you were seeing a little bit of choppy markets, it's at that pivot point of trend, right? Only with our tool, because the moves are so fast. Sometimes they take a couple of minutes, but a lot of times they can be as fast as a couple of seconds. You really need to have the tool, at your fingertips. But boom, boom, get that prepared, and you have a very, very interesting scalp structure that you can do. So that's what I kind of want to show you guys as an additional idea in addition to what we're doing. Is that clear to everybody? Is everybody clear at what I'm doing? I'm just looking at charts here to see if there's even a remote chance for us to do it. There's no setups. So, at this point, all we can do is just, guess and scalp and have a good time. And, if this is sort of like the bottoming formation, if this candle holds, let's say this candle holds, we could just play this as a pure bottoming formation, just for fun, because again, none of this is a setup of ours, but let's just buy it. Okay, just buy it. Let's see if it holds for 5, because it's clear that market's getting a little tired. Let's see if this kind of gets us up into the 5 month, and there you could see the market bottoming out, and just gives us a little bit of a scalp here. I didn't mean not to trade today, but today is really not a trading environment for our setup right now, because everything just got so grossly oversold. But when we do, we obviously can come in from at least intelligent ideas, to the trade size. Okay, so that was 5 points in the NAS. And other than that, we really got nothing going on here. Dow's just long sold out, no reference points whatsoever. We can give ourselves obviously a little more time to see whether it, we've had such a strong downtrend move, just hardcore selling for about 2.5 hours. Typically, when you get that kind of situation, markets like to pause. They like to pause and recoup some of that move, unless we have just pandemonium panic, which it's 1.5% is serious, but not not panicky. So we'll see. We'll see if this kind of can stabilize to a potential turn to the upside. If we do turn to the upside, I'm happy to trade my little scalp, my sell buy. It'll be a sell buy combo to trade that, and we'll see if that works out. But that's basically it for right now. Today is one of those kind of days where for what we need to do, we really don't have any clear opportunities. No reference points, no real structures. In the DAX over here, let's go look at the DAX. Very, very long trend. Here's the downtrend. This would have taken me in. This is actually interesting. So what is the low on this? The DAX, this is one of those things where I would probably have a split, what I call a split decision, where one trade works and the other trade doesn't work. So we are closes 1435, right? 1335. So I have a 20-point stop on this thing. To the downside, it goes to 55. Oh yeah, it stops me out completely. So basically, the trend component of this stops out because there's no continuation. The reversal component, the sell buy. So here's the arrow, and I'm going to go for 5. I make 5 here. So at least you take some 5 off the ground. Over here, there is actually no trade either way, because by the time this signals you a reversal move, it's already in a negative trend. The trend has changed, so there's no more trade here. So now we get over here. Here's the first signal, right? And so this gets interesting. So we'll be looking for a sell buy. We get long over here on, what is that? That is 45. And we're just looking for 5. Does that go up to 50? Yes. So this is interesting. So this is where this kind of a combo works, because it's asynchronous, right? It's not like both trades trigger at the same time. In this particular case, the buy-sell combo is triggered over here. We have the red, green. I'm long here. I make 5 on the actual reversal move. Then the market finds more downside momentum, and over here breaks the lows of the arrow. So I get short, and now I make 10, right? So now I'm plus 15 over here, and that makes a nice clean move to the downside. So at almost every trend engagement, you have an opportunity here to participate, one way or the other on the move. I am looking. What am I looking at here? Oh man, I totally missed this. Was this when the hell did this happen? When I was talking? When the hell did this happen? Sorry guys, let me just look. This was by, it was 9:48. Okay. Yeah. Sorry, I knew because I was looking at my trend account, and so as you can see, my trend trade. So here we are. What am I? Oh, this is. I just want to run you through my trade. What my trend reverse combo. I was actually focusing on just one of the accounts. I totally didn't realize the other one made money. So using my trend reverse combo, right? This is the buy reverse. The trigger was over here, right? Trigger over here, boom, boom. This makes money, right? Everybody clear on that? Now the reverse trade should have triggered here, right? But didn't. Why didn't it do it? Because my algo had 120% volatility filter. This thing was so huge that it blew out so all the profit was already in the reverse candle. So it avoided unnecessary stop out, took the proper sell because it had all the proper orders, the proper structures, and boom, boom, this trend slice combo was essentially 100%. So basically you have, if you think about this, you have 100% profitable, 50% profitable, or 100% unprofitable, right? 100% unprofitable where both trades lose money. 50% profitable is when one trade makes money, the other one loses money. And then 100% profitable where either one or two trades both make money, right? That's the matrix of possibilities on when you set it up this way. So in this particular case, there was only one trade, but it was 100% profitable because that resolution, worked perfectly fine. So now, we're curling. I'm watching this. We're now above the moving average. And actually, let's go back to our tradings because I'm willing to buy this. Let me see if I can go into the buy mode. This is the German. Damn it, it's the wrong one. I wanted to go. Okay, here we go in the buy mode. This is what I want. Okay, so the reason why I'm willing to play the buy mode in this is, we've crawled above the 26 EMA. That's generally a signal that we are ready to turn. It's not a perfect trend reversal on the moving average crossover signal. Right now it's clearly selling hard, but this red candle is kind of selling hard. If I get a green candle after this, I would be willing to take this to the upside. Now we'll see. The market could just basically pause and come back down. I'm going to watch this candle. If this candle stays red, I will not participate because it kind of destroys the notion that we're at the cusp of a turn. Remember, I want to be, when I'm trading trend on a scalp basis, I want to be at the cusp of a turn early. This is my scalp, methodology, nothing else. Yeah, wow. Jeez, trend's really working hard for me today. That's great. So it looks like we kind of died. We kind of died right now. And I'm going to cancel this structure, and we'll be patient, and we'll see. We'll see if I get a couple of more bottoming candles to give me a little more confidence that this is indeed a bottom and not just a shelf to a new down leg, right? Because if I'm trading that trend reversal cusp. Where's the German? I actually had set up the German. Okay, the German is actually positive trend, right? German is positive trend here. So if I get a green candle, I really have a legitimate trade here. So let's see. Let's watch the German for a second. And the NAS is also, I'm watching NAS from the corner of my eye to see how it's crawling. Nope, the German did not turn green, so no trade. Right, and that's the beauty of the algo, is the algo isn't going to rush the trade. If the trade isn't there, it's not going to participate. It looks like we're still puking a little bit. We're still puking, but it really feels to me like we're closer to the bottom with every candle. The NAS, to go back to the NAS. It's not ready yet. It needs to come back up. Moving, it's got to get closer to the moving average for me to do a buy sell structure. The Dow, the Dow. All right, let's play the Dow just because it's the Dow and I hate it, but it's always the least predictable. But we have a red. Well, it's not like I'm going to trigger right now. If I get another red, I'm certainly going to cancel this buy sell structure. But if this turns into a buy, I'm willing to take a shot. The Dow's kind of bottomed a little bit here, and we have a chance for a move back up to the trend to trend formation. So we'll give this it's another 30-40 seconds. So I'm not too worried about it. German kind of already turned negative, so I really don't have any business trading up. NAS is also falling down, testing the lows here, testing the lows of the of this second reference point. But if it kind of holds, then we have then we're gonna start building candles. Then I want a sell buy combo, because on a turn that should be a more legitimate turn, right? Where's the Dow? Dow. Got 9-10 seconds. Does that turn? Nope. No. So they're all kind of falling apart. They're all kind of falling apart. Now what's interesting, by the way, is we actually have a fresh negative trend. Where's my German? We have fresh negative trend, right? So what we want to do is want to go the other way around. I want to cancel this. I want to go into the sell mode, because remember, in a fresh negative trend, I want to buy sell combo. So if I get a buy followed by a sell candle, yeah, I want to be short that, because now it's a fresh negative trend and I want to participate in that fresh first down move. So where's the Dow here? Dow also starting to turn negative, and so we can definitely do the sell mode for the Dow. So I'm going to go back into the sell mode and let that develop for a bit. But because it's clear that we're really playing both ways, we have to watch this pretty carefully, because one more blue candle to the upside turns this thing positive, like right now again. Okay, so now it turns the Dow positive, and now we're going to go back to the buy mode, right? And this happens. You kind of have to, in a highly uncertain market, you kind of have to adjust. NAS is finally starting to turn modestly positive. So now I want to go into the buy mode on NAS. And on the German, I'll leave the German alone. I don't have any. I want to cancel this. Just to leave German. Let's see if the Dow. So the Dow went positive trend. I'm waiting for a red-green combo for me to participate in what should be an extension to the upside, if we get it. NAS is on a cusp of a turn, so we have. I mean, you could have gambled on this trade, but as I said to you, I really didn't like the fact that it just came down over here. It wasn't a great trade. So if this thing has a small red followed by a blue after that, I definitely want to be with it. If it's going to run a couple of blues and then have a red blue, I'll be in there too, because the trends, once a trend change happens, it's going to happen for longer than just one or two candles. So happy to participate in this thing. Dow is doing a little bit of a runaway move here, which is okay. And we'll just stay patient on this to see if we can get a position. If we get all the way up here without any pause of red candles, then maybe I'll reconsider, but we'll see. What'd you pick up? Connie says she picked up 5 on a Dow. You did this, the sell buy over here off this move over here on that candle. Yeah, that was good. Yeah, I mean, you could step in front of it for sure. You could step in front of it. You can really see the beautiful thing about all of our tools and indicators. You can really see pretty clearly where the turning points are starting to occur, right? You can see the slowdown of momentum to the one side, the slow change of movement to the other side. All the visual stuff that helps us trade those proper turn trades with very, very defined, clean, clear risk parameters. I think all makes a lot of sense. All right, Dow turning. Now, where am I? 16, 15. Let's see if this candle holds red. NAS also kind of holding red, but this is where they're all, this is where they're all trying to rebalance themselves to the upside. Let's see if this works. This should be really interesting. So now the NAS, we got a red. If we get a green combo, let's see if this turns us to the upside. Dow, same kind of a thing. If we get a red green combo, maybe it should turn us to the upside. It's effectively the first power shift signal on trend. So, and assuming it stays, we gotta have a green. We got 30 seconds, so there's plenty of time here. But It's like watching flowers grow. You know, you have like that hesitation, basically, and then the root takes hold, and then boom, 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 it starts to sprout. It's kind of like a lot of times that's how the charts go, and sometimes it doesn't sprout. Sometimes it just gets pounded by inclement weather. You know, otherwise known as the perpetual sell. Okay, so it got long here on. I think I got long both of them. Boom. I guess, and both of them got done. I didn't even look at the Dow because I just wanted you guys to see it. So there you go. There you go. This smooth, you know, turn to the upside. The Dow was obviously the much more kosher setup because we were already in the trend. So the sell buy combo was the right pivot point. But you know, there you go. So that's it. It's actually not bad. I think I actually did like 4 trades today, right? All winners. So not bad. I really kind of wanted to spend today having you guys think and explore the techniques. And I know you're a little bit at a disadvantage because you don't have all the latest tools that I do. So tomorrow I will have the final set of tools for you guys. We can go through the configurations and trade them. You know, right now we can just do, or you know, ask me anything, open questions. Anybody catch that second turn? Connie, did you go with it down on that second move with the NASDAQ, or anybody else trade the NASDAQ, or Cheryl, or anybody who's in the room here today? Jonathan, where are my Americans at? Where are my Americans at? Okay, good job, Rafael. Rafael, are you? Sorry, my apologies. I don't know if you're U.S. or non-U.S. Are you trading CFDs or futures? Yeah, NAS CFD or NAS futures? So I guess that's a CFD, right? Do you know the difference between CFDs and futures? So for all Americans, for those of you guys who are not familiar, all Americans, all of us trade stock index futures because we're not allowed to trade CFDs. So the stock index futures, like this is a NASDAQ, the symbol is MNQ, right? The micro NASDAQ contract, which is what we all trade. Just, you know, they're similar. Oh yes, Crossy. That's the other thing, is the dynamic stop is coming tomorrow. So that's why I held off, because we're working to finish the feature set that you wanted, and you know, and then you can play around with it 100 different ways. All right, hey Cheryl, where are you at? Are you who's in my room here that's on the American side? Dwight, Mel, anybody traded the future side of it? I actually should have traded. I'm sorry, I just changed CFDs because I'm not even paying attention to my own account. Jonathan, I think Jonathan is very deep in the ES. He's not even paying any attention here. Oh, sure. So request here to explain the difference between CFDs and futures. All right. So they're very, very similar products. In fact, a CFD is based, all the prices that you see on the CFDs are actually derived from the prices generated by the futures, okay? The single principal difference is that futures are traded on an exchange, right? On an open exchange, regular exchange, in a single point of contact. And that exchange is the Chicago Mercantile Exchange. It's open 23 hours a day. So it closed for 1 hour. All the futures close between 5 and 6 o'clock New York, or 4 and 5 o'clock Chicago, okay? Futures have a couple of different properties from CFDs. First of all futures require you to pay price feed fees to the Chicago. Every month you have to pay $30 minimum to the Chicago Mercantile Exchange just to access their prices. Because when you're trading on exchange, you have to pay fees just to participate in that exchange, okay? And secondly, every futures contract has a commission, which it would be like equivalent of half a pip, okay? Round turn, actually, round turn. So it's not horrendous. It's not half a pip in, half a pip out. It's half a pip round turn. So they're very, very tight. But so that's futures require you to pay exchange access fees and commissions. But their advantage is that you can literally buy the bid, sell the ask. You know how like over here, if I'm forced to buy the 24. If I want to buy, I got to buy 23s, 24s. I can't buy 18s, 19s. Not so with futures. I could actually literally go to the bid. I can literally go to the bid and stay at 54. I mean, obviously it's super fast markets right now, so it's a moot point. But if I wanted to buy at 49 bid and then sell the ask, I could do this because in an exchange-based environment, you're not trading with your dealer. You are trading against everybody else in the world. Okay. As far as Pip values go, so the smallest futures contract, the NASDAQ contract, is $2 per point. So 1 point is about $2 value. I actually, is it $1 a point on the small? I guess it's $1 a point on the CFDs. Is that right, guys? Just because I never pay any attention, but I think that's basically it. So they're very, very similar in terms of size. And of course, on the CFDs, you don't pay commissions, you don't pay exchange access fees, but you pay the spread. So your execution will always be better on futures, but your out-of-pocket costs will also be more. So that's the difference. Is that clear? Is everybody? So and the final difference is that if you're in America, if you're in the United States of America and you're a U.S. citizen, you are literally not allowed to trade CFDs. So even if we wanted to, we couldn't trade NASDAQ or Dow or anything, except on a futures basis. Okay, on a futures basis. Whereas if you're in the rest of the world, you can trade CFDs, but also you can open an account with an American broker. Assuming you're coming from a country that is friendly with the U.S. and they're more than happy to open an account for you, and you can actually trade on the U.S. exchanges 24 hours a day futures. So non-U.S. customers have access to both worlds, and U.S. customers don't. So that's the difference. Is that clear? So by the way, very, very tepid little, you guys just sort of like, this is why I go for 5. Look at a NASI. That worked, but what a tepid little move, right? Boom, boom. It was only good for 5-10 points before we kind of died out now. Now, I don't know if we're bottoming or not, and I don't have to know. I'll be able to tell with the price action. But the thing is, you see that it's such a strong downward amplitude today that trying to trade the turn really requires a lot of patience. And more importantly, lamenting the fact that I could have made 80-90 points here on a straight down move is a futile position. That's not what we trade. So, why are you crying over something that you're not going to do? I'm just trying to mentally make you guys understand how you could get tripped up on the ideas. So that's it. Nice little scalping session. It's more important that I really gave you the recipes for all of the interesting structures, because now you guys can go on for the rest of the day, rest of the night, take those 5-10 points at the right opportune times in a nice clean fashion, and just bang away, super clean. All my US peeps, the limit exit EA is coming tomorrow, so no more slippage. No more slippage, I promise you. I'm taking you to the promised land. But just one more day, just because Dougie needed to finish up. He made a minor flaw in the logic, so I had to clean that up. I don't want to release beta versions to everybody, then have to go, oh no, that's the wrong version, get the new version. I really give you the final one. That's why I was holding off. But by tomorrow, you should have the non-slip execution version, which makes me so happy. I spent the last 6 months losing money on the exchanges to getting robbed by MT5 to now never having to have that happen. Look, we're getting a nice turn here. Okay, let's we got 10 more minutes in the session. Let's watch this. Okay, let's do a buy buy mode structure, because maybe this is a genuine turn to trend here. Let's see. We get a red green combo. We may be in a situation. One caveat to trading this, and sometimes this happens, when you get a turn sometimes, right? And there literally is no pause. Sometimes, after such a strong sell-off, they're going to post 5, 6, 7 green candles or blue candles. And so then it just gets so stretched out above the moving average that doing the buy sell or the sell buy combo loses some of its luster, because you're so stretched away that it's what I call the right wrong trade. You could still be correct in the fact that the trend, there's an uptrend in place, but the retrace volatility could just stop you out. Like I hate the right wrong trades the most, where you're absolutely right in the direction but still get stopped out because you bought too high up on the vol spectrum. So just be aware of that. There's not, it's a matter of feel. You'll begin to feel when you should pull the trigger and when you should probably step away. But regardless, I mean, it's setting up. Oh, you know what? While I'm doing this, I might as well do this on my futures too. There's my futes going to the buy. Oh, did I buy? What did I just do? Buy mode. Okay. All right, I'm in buy mode. 6 period. Okay. So getting a red candle, which means we possibly can, unless this candle completely converts to a green candle, then we lost the opportunity. But we may have the foundation for a setup. So 3, 2, 1. Okay, great. We get a red candle. Now we may get actually a couple of red candles, which is okay. As long as we're staying above trend, we should be okay. Or this could just be the pause candle, and hopefully, this is the buyers coming in, and the buying momentum is starting to shift. We're going to try and rally this maybe to the 900, 920 levels, through the round number level on a move. Let's see if this happens. Okay, not a great candle, but does take us into the trade. Let's see if we have strength. It's a very weak buy candle, so this could be a right wrong trade in the sense that it could just tap us out here on a retrace. But let's see if it kind of survives. Let's see if we can just get the move. Boom, boom, boom. I'm done on my futures. Still holding on my CFDs because boom, and I'm done on my CFDs too. Okay, sorry, I had the futures. So this was a little bit of a weak candle, right? Let me show you the futes. Hang on a sec. Hang on. Yeah, let me go full screen here, so you guys can see futes. Okay, here's futes. So you see, and you see that's all there was. There wasn't much juice there. This wasn't a great candle because I'd love to see the candle close to the high, but it was good enough. It was good enough green that it gave us a chance. We got long here, it just really tested us a little bit, but then boom, it did finally go back up. And now it looks like, I mean, if you're kind of scalping on a proprietary basis, and you're starting to make a bet on a possible turn in the market, if you're sort of saying, okay, I think maybe there's a chance here for a turn in the market, we get a few more flushes to the downside, then you can just keep going buy sell modes unless the the moving averages change to negative, right? The buy sell mode can be I think a decent risk reward structure at this point, high probability structure. But anyways, that's the fifth scalp of the day. So good for us. I'll take it. Just leave you with a pleasant taste in your mouth, right? All right, that's it, guys. Any questions? Any thoughts? Any ideas? We all good? Anybody take that NAS trade? Nobody? Okay, or everybody's just watching screens right now, and you're all ignoring me. Okay, thanks, Krusty. So look, here's a pretty decent looking green candle, right? This I would, I gotta go. But if I was just scalping, just not programmatically trading, but just scalping, not if this holds, got to hold obviously, but if this holds, I would totally be long this. Yeah, I know. When nobody's responding to me, it's like when everybody's eating. So there, it looks like it might be going up. It's like when everybody's eating, nobody's commenting on the food. That's how the chef knows that the food is good. When all of you guys are super quiet and everybody's ignoring me, I know I'm doing my job, because it means you guys are all trading. So I think that looks at another 5 possible points here, on the NAS. Skip, I didn't take it, but again, a decent setup. So keep an eye on this stuff. This is we have the tools now to run these kind of structures, and it definitely makes it interesting. But under no circumstances allow yourself big stops on this. This either is going to work, or we just get we stop out and move on to the next one. Don't turn these scalps into investment trades. God knows I've done it a million times. It is a sucker's bet. Is a total losing proposition. Don't do it. Okay. All right. Everybody have a great day. Thank you so much, guys. Another great session. We're getting stronger, better, tighter, as they say. I'll see everybody tomorrow, hopefully with a full tool set in hand. Okay. Everybody take care.